Hello. So this is my second video of me talking to a camera and uploading it to the internet for all to judge me and hate me or love me. People might love me, I don't know. I'm mainly just doing this to overcome sort of social anxiety type stuff, really. I've always had a fear of judgment for my whole life. And it's been like my main obstacle in life. And the older I get, the more I realise that social connection and friendships and networking and stuff is like probably the most important thing you could do when it comes to wanting to achieve your dreams and to live a fulfilling life. So I've got to power through this uncomfortableness that I've lived my whole life based around, like, even since I think I never even had a moment in my childhood where I wasn't like anxious or afraid of social interactions, which is to do with certain traumatic events and stuff, which I won't go into right now. But I've done a lot of self-development and personal growth, and I've resolved a lot of my problems. And I feel like the social thing and the fear of judgment and just social anxiety, I guess, is pretty much like the last thing for me to conquer. And it might even be the root cause of all of my suffering. Maybe not the root, probably the root cause, like, because the fear of social interactions and socializing and fear of people led me to addictions. It led me to avoidant behaviors, like just playing video games all day. By addictions, I mean all sorts, loads of different types of substances, alcohol even. Like, I remember a few years ago I realised that I couldn't really even be around the closest people in my life, like my mum, my dad, my best friends. I couldn't be around any single person on the planet without feeling uncomfortable. So I always brought a beer with me. Like, I needed that crutch, like a beer, just as something to get me going, because otherwise I'd just be stuck in my head, hating everything. So yeah, it was quite brutal, really, and I was just so used to it that it was just normal. And I think a lot of people go through stuff like that as well. It's not just me. But I just would like to be one of them sort of beacons of hope for people who are going through stuff, just to know that you can get to the other side of all of this horrible, emotional, brutal baggage and trauma that you're going through. And you carry that shit with you everywhere. You take it to work. Like, I've never had a workplace where I'm not just acting like a completely different person for some reason, when I know fully well who I am. But in a work environment, I'm just turn into this like shell, and I just stop expressing myself. I stop being me. I just start getting overthinky. I think everyone's judging me. And I still get that right now. But I've come a long way in terms of like depression and anxiety. So I'm a lot more calm with it. But I feel like posting on social media like this, articulating my thoughts and getting to know some people, like, I hope I'll get to know some of you guys if anyone's watching. Just, yeah, make friendships, maybe do some collaborations. I make music and stuff. I'm quite creative. And yeah, just posting my thoughts out and myself out there for the world to judge. There's a lot of haters out there, like, I've had it already. Like, I remember one time I put it off for months to just post something online, and it was basically a rap I made that I really like. I was really proud of it. I spent like weeks finishing it, producing it, mastering, mixing, writing the lyrics. I sat with this thing, I performed it a bunch of open mics and people loved it. And I posted like a 30-second clip of it on TikTok after like months of putting off, like just being scared of posting myself onto the internet. And the first comment was, "No hate, but rapping's not for you." Oh man, it's fucking brutal out there. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for anyone who posts themselves on the internet, because you're putting yourself out there for all the negative people to come at you, and they will, and I know that. And I guess I just want to grow that thick skin towards it, because essentially the people who hate like that, they don't have the guts to post themselves on the internet. They're behind like a blank profile, no videos posted, some mysterious username, and they're just typing hate to people who are actually trying to do something and just trying to be better people, and they're just stuck in like a miserable rut. And I've been there, I've been that person. I've literally like seen videos and judged it. Most of the time I refrain myself from commenting something negative because I sort of catch myself, but I probably have in the past, like before I was more aware of it. And that was the time of my life where I was miserable, and it sort of triggers you it makes you uncomfortable, and it triggers you when you see people to just be out there like posting. You just start thinking like, oh, they just want attention, or they think they're so cool, or whatever like that. And some people, maybe they do, but most people are just trying to just express themselves and have fun, and maybe even promote their business or make a bit of money. Or so yeah, I know what it's like. And this is just, I think that'll do for now. This is just another sort of, I didn't really have anything planned to say, this just sort of came out. But yeah, if you watched it and you listened and you want to connect, then subscribe, drop a comment. I'll probably follow you back, because I like to support people, especially if you're like creating stuff. So yeah, peace out, until next time.